Welcome to Eastern Connecticut State University. In an effort to ensure everyone's safety, please take notice of the primary field exits located where you entered and to the rear of the commencement seating area. There are secondary exits located in all directions. In the event of a campus emergency, please follow the instructions of the University Police Department or commencement officials. To report an emergency, please dial 911. Good afternoon. I now declare that all are assembled for the 131st commencement of Eastern Connecticut State University. My name is Steve Ferrucci, and I'm the president of the University Senate. And now to sing America the Beautiful, I call on Michaela Grimaldi, Cassie Haddad, and Karina Yanis. They'll be accompanied by pianist David Baena. That was beautiful. Thank you. Please remain standing until the governor's foot guard departs. Thank you, Staff Sergeant Russell Skull and Sergeant Ed Morales. Please be seated. President Nunez, it is now my great pleasure to present the graduating class of 2021. I would like to invite you to the podium to greet all those who have assembled.
Thank you, Grand Marshal Ferrucci. Welcome to the 131st commencement of Eastern Connecticut State University, Connecticut's only public liberal arts university. This is a time you will remember for years to come, for it is today that you begin a new chapter. Welcome to these proceedings and congratulations to the graduates. On behalf of the university, I acknowledge and extend congratulations to this great class of 2021. To the graduates and their families who are here, and those who are together today across Connecticut and our great nation, I thank you for joining us. Let's stop a moment, and I would ask the graduates to turn to where their parents or other family members and friends are sitting, to whom you are with today, and thank them for the support they have given you over the years. Let's thank our families and friends. They are a big reason why you are with us tonight for these 131st Eastern Connecticut State University commencement exercises. Without the people who love us, we would not have made it here today. Congratulations.
It is my pleasure to introduce the platform party and today's readers. I will ask them to stand as introduced and ask you to hold your applause. From my left, in the back row, Mr. Justin Murphy, President of the ECSU Foundation Board of Directors, Class of 1998. Dr. William Salka, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. And Father Lawrence Lapointe, Foundation for Campus Ministry. From my left, in the front row, is Dr. Elsa M. Nunez, President. Dr. Mark L. Boxer, Honorary Degree Recipient and Commencement Speaker, and Attorney Richard Blumenthal, United States Senator. Okay. Will the readers for today please stand? The readers are Dr. Mark Fabrizi and Dr. Kim Dugan. Please join me in applauding again our distinguished guests. Thank you. I would now like to introduce United States Senator Richard Blumenthal, who will extend greetings to the class of 2021.
Thank you so much. I am so excited and proud to be here today. You know, as I was listening to America the Beautiful, looking out at you, you can't see yourselves, but as I viewed this graduating class, the faculty and staff, this wonderful, beautiful campus, I thought to myself, this is America the Beautiful. This is America, one of the great American success stories in higher education. This is America at its best. Thank you to every one of you for being here today. First, my thanks to Dr. Nunez and her wonderful team of educational leaders. You have made Eastern a great and growing educational institution. Thanks to the faculty and staff for devoting so much of yourselves to this graduating class and every class at Eastern. And thank you to the graduates for your perseverance and strength. Your last year here has been marked by grit and grace and, yes, gratitude. You have been through a year unlike any in our recent history, a year marked by hardship and heartbreak and pain and upheaval, but also by renewal and hope. And as we face this turning point in conquering the pandemic and reviving the economy, I join you in saying thanks to all of your friends and loved ones, as well as to the faculty, for all they have done for you. A special thanks I want to say to the veterans who are here today. If you are a veteran and you're here today, please raise your hand so that we can thank you for your service to this country. You have served and sacrificed so that we have the freedom to be here today. I know that this graduating class has done more than persevere through this year. They've provided leadership in standing strong and rallying to causes of social justice, working against climate change, making sure that educational excellence was a hallmark here. You have been uniquely challenged, but you have risen to this challenge, and you are better prepared than any recent class to face the challenges to come. So I urge you to keep in mind always the compact that every generation makes in graduating and in following the one before it, which is to leave this country better than you found it. And you have learned one of life's key lessons. You have to be strong and brave to help others, but you also have to be strong and brave to ask for help and accept it. One of your leaders, Noor Calboni, will soon address you as class president. She is a dreamer, and we should welcome our dreamers, welcome the dreamers who have come here from other countries and the dreamers who are here who will fulfill their dreams and help you fulfill yours. We should always be a nation of dreams, achieving them. With your hard work and your excellence, I'm sure that you will achieve your dreams. I wish you well. It's a time of promise and excitement, celebration, joy and pride for your families. Enjoy it. And my thanks and congratulations to the class of 2021. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Senator Blumenthal. Now I'm pleased to introduce Ms. Noor Calboni, the class president, who will give the senior class address and present the class gift.
Good afternoon, class of 2021. I hope you are as excited to be here as I am today. My name is Noor Calboni, and I am honored to have served as the senior class president for the class of 2021. When I transferred to Eastern 3 years ago, packing my things and driving all the way from Wisconsin to Willimantic, Connecticut, I did not have a clue of what I was getting myself into. I quickly learned two things. One, Eastbrook Mall is not a real mall. And two, that college is what you make of it. We have all been fortunate to have the opportunity to build relationships, develop skills, and find inspiration for life beyond Eastern. As I look out at my fellow graduates, I see the faces of those who have made Eastern an incredible experience for me, and I am reminded of everything that we have been through in order to be here today. For the past year, every time I asked someone how their semester was going, the answers would always range from, "I'm so tired," to, "Is it over yet?" and "I don't even know what day it is anymore." This was not the way that our senior year was supposed to go. We expected celebrations, hanging out with our friends, and making lots of memories. But in reality, we were all thrown into a whirlwind which we were unprepared for. Rather than dwelling on the what could have been, I stand here today to remind you that even after all of the online classes, the stresses of midterms and finals, the all-nighters, and the endless papers and projects, we all persevered, demonstrated to our professors, our peers, and our friends what we have learned, built necessary skills for success in whatever we face next, and showed an incredible amount of resilience that got us here today. You should feel so incredibly proud of yourselves for reaching this milestone. Your motivation and determination to succeed demonstrate that no matter what obstacle life throws at you, you are strong enough to overcome it. I have seen you all accomplish incredible things over the last few years, and I am so excited to see where life will take you next. I think it's important for us to take a moment to thank the people who have helped us get here today. For me, it's my mom and dad who immigrated to the United States when I was just 5 years old, sacrificing everything so that I can stand on this stage today. My 2 younger brothers and their unconditional support, and my friends, professors, and classmates. I am also grateful for the unique opportunity provided to me and others by the collaboration of the Dream.US and Eastern. As an undocumented immigrant, I was denied the opportunity to attend college in my home state, and Eastern's partnership with the Dream.US gave me a chance that has been denied to thousands of individuals elsewhere. I am truly grateful to be here. I hope you all take the time today to thank those who have been your support system for the last 4 years. As we all know, we could not be here without them. If there is a piece of advice that I could leave you all with, it would be that no matter what life adventure you take on next, learn to be comfortable. Comfortable with failing, comfortable with taking risks, comfortable with having a plan and then having life completely ruin it, comfortable with being wrong, and comfortable with learning, growing, and changing as a person. Life will always be a learning experience. It will never go the way you want it to, and it is extremely unpredictable. But I think that's the beauty of it all. Before I conclude my speech, I would like to present the senior class gift of 2021. Just like seniors in the past, it has been tradition that the senior class leaves a gift to the university. It is my honor to present President Nunez with a scholarship endowment fund for the class of 2021.
Thank you.
As you go out and celebrate this amazing accomplishment, I encourage you to reflect on how college has changed you and helped you grow as a person. I hope you take your new wisdom and use it to fight for what's right, let your voices be heard, and make the world a better place. As we graduate from Eastern Connecticut State University, I hope that you will always cherish that you are a warrior, and that you leave here today feeling excited, accomplished, and ready to take on the world. Today is the start of a new beginning. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Thank you, Ms. Calbonet, for those inspiring words. I would like to recognize this year's Distinguished Professor of the Year, Dr. Patricia Stitch, and ask her to stand. Dr. Stitch has distinguished herself as an internationally recognized researcher in the field of population genetics of endangered and threatened water birds. She has also mentored student researchers in the field, including Easter's first Goldwater Scholarship recipient. Dr. Stitch has accompanied Eastern biology students on field trips to Costa Rica and currently serves as director of the honors program. This summer, she will be assuming the role of the interim dean of the School of Arts and Sciences. We are very proud of her. Congratulations, Professor Stitch. So, class of 2020, help me thank this outstanding faculty of Eastern Connecticut State University who helped get you here today. Thank you to the faculty. In addition, I would like to recognize this year's Connecticut State Colleges and Universities Henry Barnard Foundation Distinguished Student Award recipients, and there are 2. The annual Henry Barnard Distinguished Student Awards recognizes 12 outstanding undergraduates from Connecticut's 4 state universities, from Central, Eastern, Southern, and Western. Eastern's 2021 recipients of the Henry Barnard Distinguished Student Award are, first, Business Administration major Hannah Biazaglu of West Hartford, Connecticut. Would she stand? Second, Biology major Justin Gomez Stafford of New Haven, Connecticut. Would he please stand? Congratulations to these two outstanding students. Now, I would like to recognize Dr. Mark L. Boxer, Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer, University of Hartford, for the purpose of awarding him an honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters. Dr. Boxer has been an innovator in technology and the global economy for many years. Prior to joining the University of Hartford in 2020, Dr. Boxer retired as Cigna's Global Chief Information and Digital Officer. In this role, he was responsible for driving Cigna's worldwide technology strategy. Prior to joining Cigna, Dr. Boxer was president of government healthcare for the Xerox Corporation. Throughout his career, he has been a champion for advancing the employment of people with different abilities, and is the recipient of the American Association of People with Disabilities Justice for All Award. It is a great honor and privilege to have him with us today. Will Dr. William Solka, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, come forward to read the citation for the degree?
Dr. Mark L. Boxer, Honorary Doctor of Humane Letters. Whereas Dr. Mark L. Boxer is the Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer at the University of Hartford, and whereas Dr. Boxer served as Cigna's Global Chief Information Officer from 2011 to 2020, and whereas during his tenure at Cigna, Dr. Boxer was responsible for driving Cigna's worldwide technology strategy and overseeing the health company's technology operations, digital capabilities, analytics, and ventures. And whereas, prior to joining Cigna, Dr. Boxer held senior executive positions with the Xerox Corporation, Anthem, HealthSource, and Hewlett-Packard. And whereas, Dr. Boxer is a member of the University of Connecticut Board of Trustees and a former member of the Board of Connecticut Children's Law Center. And whereas Dr. Boxer earned a Bachelor of Science degree in Engineering and a Bachelor of Arts degree in Physics from the University of Hartford, a Master's of Business Administration degree in Finance at the University of Connecticut, and a Master of Science degree in Information Systems from Drexel University, and doctorate degrees in Health Administration from the Medical University of South Carolina and in Global Public Health from Arizona's School of Health Sciences. Therefore, be it resolved that on this day, the 15th of May, 2021, Eastern Connecticut State University hereby presents Dr. Mark L. Boxer the honorary Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereto.
It is my great honor to preside over the conferral of this Eastern Connecticut State University honorary degree on Dr. Mark Boxer. By virtue of the authority vested in me, the Board of Regents concurring, I confer upon you the degree Doctor of Humane Letters and invest you with the rights and privileges pertaining thereunto. In token thereof, I hand to you the diploma and direct that you be vested with the hood appropriate to your degree.
Well, thank you very, very much. President Nunez, Provost Salka, Dr. Ferrucci, Class President Scabune, distinguished faculty, thank you again for the opportunity to join this commencement today. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for this tremendous honor from this great institution, the honorary degree Doctor of Humane Letters. I feel humbled and privileged to be recognized in this way. I am eternally grateful. And Senator Blumenthal, thank you for all you do to support higher education, for keeping our students safe and secure throughout this COVID crisis. It enabled today to happen. It really made all the difference in the world. But most of all, I'm pleased to be here to recognize the achievements and to celebrate the successes of our graduates albeit wearing masks and keeping our distance socially. So while we may be apart in seating, we're together in spirit and feeling. So first of all, to all the Eastern Connecticut State University class of 2021 and to your families and friends who helped get you here today, congratulations, go Warriors. This is an impressive achievement by any measure. You should be incredibly proud of yourselves. You are now one step further along on your personal and professional journey, creating and telling your own incredible story. I have a very, very simple goal for my remarks today. In addition to offering you my sincerest congratulations and a few sage words of advice, I'm here to share a bit of context and to inspire you perhaps to rise above life's challenges and realize what you can do and what will do in this amazing world. So let me begin with a few stories. To begin, my daughter got married in the middle of this pandemic. Yep, she got a marriage done in the middle of COVID-19, a COVID-19 wedding. Now, as context, we have a lot of family and we have a large number of friends. And originally this was supposed to be a huge wedding right here in Connecticut that, for very obvious reasons, did not happen. Now, my oldest daughter is a lawyer, which means she's very analytic and she's very focused and perhaps one might add a little bit stubborn. So when faced with the decision to postpone the wedding or have it anyway, she decided she wanted to have it anyway, to get married when she wanted. She had picked a date and she was sticking to it. And when she announced this, she said, "Mom, Dad, Dave and I are getting married. We're just going to go off and elope by ourselves." And of course, my wife and I said, "No way. We have to be there. We will not miss seeing our oldest daughter get married." See, she was worried about our health and the traveling, and there was no way we were going to miss that. My wife and I did not know at the time was that her alternate wedding venue would be on a mountaintop in Utah. Moab, Utah, to be exact. And if you've ever been out there in Utah, you know it took my wife about 15 hours to get there by planes, trains, and automobiles. It's 6 hours out of Salt Lake City on a good day on very windy and narrow roads. But we made it, wearing our masks and our face shields the entire way, and it was magnificent. My wife, myself, my younger daughter, the groom's mom and dad, and his brother. It was amazing, mystical. It was a great experience on top of this remote Utah mountain. It was joyous, and we all celebrated their wedding together in the middle of the pandemic. And by the way, this is real. If you Google Huffington Post, along with the keywords creative weddings during the pandemic, my daughter Sarah and Dave, her husband Dave, are couple number 10 in the article on Huffington Post. I can see some of you Googling it. Go ahead. It's okay. You're at a class. There's no professors giving you judgmental glares. Use your phones. It is absolutely true. That is Sarah and Dave on the mountaintop, couple number 10. You know what other great thing happened this year? One of my best friends, Willis, had his first baby. With his wife, Grace, it was a little girl named Willow. Now, I know what you're thinking. My friend is much younger than I am. That is true. We dropped off a gift on their driveway and we left him a bottle of scotch to enjoy. He is the absolute proudest dad one could ever see. And since he's working out of his house because of COVID, he sees Willow constantly. Now, there were lots of babies born during the pandemic, lots of great joy from people coming into the world. And my younger daughter started graduate school. I got to brag for just one moment. She is a wicked smart kid. She got it from her mom. And in the middle of this pandemic, she up and moved across the country to Berkeley, California. I'm really proud of her. And she's focusing on public health and environmental contamination. And you know what other great thing happened, and most importantly happened this year? You're all graduating. And your parents and your friends and your significant others that are here today are beaming proudly as they celebrate this special day with you. So where am I going with all this good stuff happening in this middle of this really tragic, heartbreaking, devastating event, this COVID-19 pandemic, which I do not minimize in any way. It's just unbelievably tragic. But I bet you thought my speech was going to be about lessons learned from the pandemic. And while that's a worthy topic and one that has great concepts in it, that's not where I'm going. You hang in there with me. I'm an epidemiologist by training in my background, and that means I study infectious diseases, among other things. And for those of you who study the sciences or the health professions, you likely spent a lot of time looking down the tube of a microscope. And the world looks quite narrow and constrained through the lens of a microscope. So while one might see the cells, right, of an organism through the microscope, one misses the context and all the things that the cell builds to and lives for. And I think COVID-19 turned us a bit into our own microscopes, viewing our lives through the narrow lens of tragedy and despair that we have lived through this past year. What I'm hoping we can do today, do together, is lift up our heads and our hearts and our eyes from that microscopic view that we call COVID-19, and for one moment, see the joy in the faces and the happiness in the hearts of those graduating today and those celebrating with us today. I've been very fortunate in my career and my life. I've been married to my wife, Michelle, for 33 years. I have 2 wonderful, healthy daughters. I've had a great professional career and a chance along the way to contribute back to causes that are very important to me and my family, like advancing employment opportunities for all Americans of all abilities. I retired last year as Global Chief Information and Digital Officer of Cigna, a Fortune 15 multinational company. And along my personal journey, I had the chance to work in academia, in venture capital, and do international business assignments. My career has provided me with a unique and rewarding purpose to help improve health and wellness on a global scale, and that is pretty darn important these days. But throughout my career, I made it a point to be a continuous learner, to complete a few master's degrees and some doctoral degrees, and then go on further to study at Oxford. And as a first-generation college graduate, I saw education as leveling the playing field, as I know it is for many of you. Because for my parents, it was all about education. They wanted their 2 kids, my sister and me, to experience what they didn't have, what they never got to in life. That meant getting a higher education and having possibilities that they did not have and could not have. They both had hard lives, which made the joy they received from my sister's success and my success so much sweeter for us all. Father joined the Navy at age 17 during World War II as a medic and served again in Korea. Part of the greatest generation. He raised 2 kids and he worked 2 jobs most all his life. My mother worked in her father's dress factory from the age of 12 on. She married my dad at the ripe old age of 18 and saw him go off to war twice. A different time and a different place then, where the choices were more limited. They put their lives into their family. And the only reason I stand here today, humbled and honored and proud to receive an honorary doctorate, is because they made all the sacrifices. They had to be resilient. They had no choice. They were born during the Depression. They moved into adulthood in the middle of a world war. They raised 2 kids, and neither one of them had a college education to fall back on, making the choices between paying bills or paying for college for their kids. So do me a favor today. If there's one ask that I have for you, do me a favor. Whoever raised you, mom or dad or grandparents, foster parents, aunts, uncles, whomever, when this is over, go to them and thank them again. The sacrifices they made, the sorrow at times they may have experienced, the challenges they had, are all erased and forgotten for a moment when they see what all of you have accomplished today. So that is my story of thanks, of appreciation, of resilience. So I close now with the sage advice that I promised, and this, as you know, is a prerequisite for any commencement speech. You will forever be known as the before and after generation. You started your education before the pandemic. You now graduate in the middle of the pandemic, and you will know life, God willing, after the pandemic. This will not be, unfortunately, the last significant challenge that you all will face in your life. There will be many bumps and bruises along the way. There'll be disappointments along the way. Speak as one who's known this personally and has to press through. You may not get the first job you want. You may not get the promotion you deserve. You may not live exactly where you want to live. And perhaps like me, you will learn that our joy comes not from what we have, but what we give and how we live with fortitude and resilience. Now, Mark Twain, who lived not 20 miles from here, wisely said, "What is joy without sorrow? What is success without failure? What is a win without a loss? What is health without illness?" He went on to say, you have to experience each if you are to appreciate the other. There is always going to be suffering. It's how you look at your suffering and how you deal with it that will define you. You all persevered through the pandemic and you finished your education, socially distanced, wearing masks, in a highly virtual manner, but you accomplished what you started. The pandemic did not define you. Your accomplishment today does. Savor the moment. Be happy, be healthy, be safe, and most of all, be resilient. Thank you and Godspeed to you all. Congratulations, class of 2021. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Boxer, for those inspiring words. You made it. And here we are together to celebrate this amazing day. Since you were very young, you have heard the stories, some real and some mythical, of men and women triumphing over great odds to emerge victorious. Remember, David slayed Goliath, Jack climbed the beanstalk, 13 colonies triumphed over the British Empire to form our great nation. The United States landed on the moon, and 4 months ago, Vice President Harris became the first woman vice president of this great country. The class of 2021 made its own history. You overcame many, many hurdles. For more than a year, you finished your junior year and made it through your senior years as the entire world faced a pandemic of biblical proportions. You hid your joys, you hid your sorrows behind the mask. You stayed home instead of going out. You read so many books instead of hanging out with friends. You did all of this as we grapple with a viral disease that has taken the lives of more Americans than World War II, the Vietnam War, and the wars in the Middle East combined. Through it all, you stuck together. You learned how to get the most out of Zoom, WebEx, GoToMeeting, and Teams. Even so, we know remote learning can never, ever replace face-to-face contact with your professors and your classmates. This is why this academic year, 2/3 of our classes were still on the ground, far more than any other state university in Connecticut. We pride ourselves at Eastern on being a residential campus, and our housing occupancy was more than 30%. It was the highest in all of Connecticut. At the same time, the rate of COVID infections on our campus was consistently lower than most other campuses in Connecticut and elsewhere. It didn't happen by chance. It was you. You took your face mask and wore it every moment of the day. You practiced social distancing, and all the safety protocols we asked you to follow, you took so seriously. Your maturity showed. Your commitment and respect for each other, and your destination to succeed is why we were able to have a successful academic year. All of the hard work by our faculty to teach safely, all of the efforts made by our staff to maintain a safe campus would have been absolutely meaningless without you doing your part. For that, we are so grateful to each of you. Instead of complaining, instead of mailing it in, or worse, giving up, you put your head down, kept your chin up, and forged ahead. We admire each of you. What you learned from this past year, apart from the education you came to Eastern for the first place, you learned a great deal. You discovered an inner strength that will serve you well for the rest of your life. You stretched yourself beyond what you thought you could do, and even discovered that you had more inside than you thought. You have a courage and a determination and so much grit that will always mark the class of 2021 for years to come. In normal times, 4 years, 40 courses, 120 credits would be quite an accomplishment. Enough cause to celebrate on a day like today. But the class of 2020, however, has climbed a big mountain together. You now share resolve and strength of heart that confirms that each of you, by yourselves and united to each other, can meet any challenge, stare it in the face, and stand tall in its wake. The American author Jodi Picoult has written, "The human capacity for burden is like bamboo, far more flexible than you'd ever believe it at a glance." The great British Prime Minister Winston Churchill said it more bluntly, "When you are going through hell, keep going." Christopher Reeve, the actor who played Superman before a horse riding accident left him paralyzed, wrote, "A hero is an ordinary individual who finds the strength to persevere and endure in spite of overwhelming obstacles." Use your own perseverance and strength to keep going, to overcome obstacles, and to bend like bamboo but never break. Use your growing resilience to make a special contribution to your profession and your community. Our campus community here at Eastern will follow your successes with great pride. We know you are special, and we will never forget you. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Thank you, Dr. Nunez. I call on Dr. William Salka to present the degree candidates.
President Nunez, we have come to the principal reason why we are here today, the awarding of degrees to those student candidates who have met the academic degree requirements established by the faculty of their respective schools. On behalf of the university faculty, it is my great pleasure to present the graduating class of 2021. These candidates have fulfilled the requirements of the university as approved by the Board of Regents. Candidates for undergraduate degrees will be presented by the dean of their respective schools. We will begin with the School of Arts and Sciences. I call upon Dr. Carmen Sid, Dean of the School of Arts and Sciences.
Will the candidates for the degrees Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science in the School of Arts and Sciences please rise and remain standing?
I now call upon Dr. Elizabeth Scott, Dean of the School of Education and Professional Studies.
Will the candidates for the degrees Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science in the School of Education and Professional Studies and the candidates for the degree Bachelor of General Studies and for the degree Associate of Science please rise and remain standing?
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, I confer upon each of you the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of General Studies, and Associate in Science, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Nunez. The marshals will now guide you to the platform to receive diplomas signifying your graduation from Eastern Connecticut State University.
Tegan Nicole Rushmeyer, magna cum laude. Veronica Grace Adamski. Kyle Roger Goodwin. Tariq Pittman. Owen Smedley, cum laude. Jessica Aka. Courtney Helena Emmons. Anastasia Jaworski. Alinki Silva. Robin Blasberg, magna cum laude. Jenna Rose Smith. Stephanie Ann Kula, magna cum laude. Wesley James Isaac, magna cum laude. Amy Main, Dean's Distinction. Sarah Elizabeth Terry. Jasmine Salvador Viveros. Kyle Brandon Motivans. Daphne Marie Myers. Eric Benjamin Warner, magna cum laude. Evan Valenti. Dominic John Biasetti. Dwayne A. Gordon, Jr. Megan Campbell, cum laude. Donovan Michael Mason. Alexia Angel Muniz. Trevor John Marsan. Susanna Tu. Giselle Ibarro Collado, Dean's Distinction. Sashana James Pinnock. Sean Douglas O'Hearn. Julia Marie McKinnon, summa cum laude. Alana Dion Insalico, magna cum laude. Courtney Carolyn Pugh. Callie Rose Graff, magna cum laude. Zachary Ryan McDonald. Hannah Marie Biazaglu, summa cum laude. Robert Bootsy Miglarino. Megan Mary Gorman, magna cum laude. Griffin Hamilton Mansfield. Claire Shelby Roberts. Khalifa S. Kareem, cum laude. Seth Richard Hisman. Jake Verboven. Scott W. DeGuano, magna cum laude. Kayla Rayanne Lynch. Alex Roland Butok. Tyler Daniel Copy, magna cum laude. Zoe Helen Bunce, magna cum laude. Jessica Quinn Wooding. Christopher John Hominski, magna cum laude. Dante Mercurio Lockhart. Madison Juliet Gamache, magna cum laude. Sawa Mojadidi, magna cum laude. Valerie Joy Stanton. Heather Marie Napier. Jonathan Fletcher Allen. Ryan Patrick Sheehan. Siobhan Kaylee Burns. Sean Connor Dobell. Luke Anthony Gilchrist. Marwan Sadek Yusuf, magna cum laude. Kyle John DeWalt. Megan Peterlin.
Sierra Nicole Orr. Benjamin Hugh Jackson. Imari Rigby. Seth Harrison Budd. Sarah Renee Wooden. Casey John Barrett. Genesis Caballero. Ashna Patel. Ryan Culbertson. Michael Anthony Velez. Aboyowa Renee. Joshua Buvalat. Cum laude. Kayla Ann Fishandler, cum laude. Tierney Lee Hogan, cum laude. Olivia Brooke Puleo. Mackenzie Lee Anderson. Michael Richmond McMahon, magna cum laude. Abraham Tenejero Fuentes. Ryan Cosgrove. Jared Robert Yaderos. Gary Michael Kozlowski Jr. Okay. Max William Coleman. Brett Fadell. Leonard Vargas. Melinda Ann Torigny. Dylan James Hannaford.
cum laude. Corinne Victoria Garate. Humberto Jose Ocasio, 2 degrees. Marie Bernadette Pia Sene. Brendan Thomas O'Farrell. Jennifer Donation Joseph. Alexander Prescott, cum laude. Katie Ashley Pescatello. Paige Leacraft, magna cum laude. Alexandra May Bartkowski. Zachary Austin San Juan. Seth Blair Johnson. Elizabeth Ruth Dowding, magna cum laude. Skylar Carol Soderberg. Janelle Joseph, cum laude. Kevin Keen Tran, summa cum laude. An Nu Yen. Isabel Rose Phillips. Angelica Rose de Rochier. Meadow Rain Voisin. Emiliano Javier Campos. Victoria Diane Karen Congdon, magna cum laude. Joshua Alexander Hughes, cum laude. Jeremy William Miska. Ashley Nicole Cubberly, summa cum laude, University Honor Scholar. Alexis Tiana Davila. David Markeith Hanton. Evan Lawrence Delaney, cum laude. Hannah Louise Avina, summa cum laude, University Honors Scholar. Evelyn May Sena, magna cum laude, University Honors Scholar. Christian Frankowiak, summa cum laude. Esther Phyllis Jones, summa cum laude. Isabel Jacqueline Rousseau, cum laude.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Amy Maite Bergman. Emily Ann Kennedy, cum laude. Michaela Anna Grimaldi, summa cum laude. Ashley Nicole Brackett. Camelia Daniels. Heather Shireen Cook. Parker Gabrielle Nadeau. Michael Robert Tyler. Carly Marie Sebastian, cum laude. Neva Carolina Morales, magna cum laude. Amanda Joy Mitchell, cum laude. Stephanie Elizabeth Sampaio, magna cum laude. Jacqueline Elizabeth Snide, summa cum laude. Dylan Patrick O'Hagan, cum laude. Corey Mitchell Strusky, magna cum laude and University Honors Scholar. Iozin Cheney.
Cassidy Rose Arnold, cum laude. Adara Marie Polatz, cum laude, and her dog Bailey. Colleen Elizabeth Velasquez. Julia Anna Mularczyk, cum laude. Christopher Warren Kearney. Sydney House. Naja Emil Davis Drew, cum laude. Michelle Van. Kamalia Saroja Marilyn Warren. Ariana Maria Rivera, magna cum laude. Maria del Carmen Michaka. Caitlin Elizabeth Jando. Megan R. Labis, magna cum laude. S.J. Reynolds, magna cum laude, University Honors Scholar. Joshua Joseph Sumislawski. Abigail DeVoe Wilson, magna cum laude. Brooke Maisie Lemons. Riley Figueroa Hayes, magna cum laude. Charlie Louise Grady, cum laude. Anita Ariana Perez Mendez. Jocelyn Thigpen. Juan Givens. Tania Erlika Scott. Fatima Landeros Hernandez, magna cum laude. Yareli Benitez Botello, cum laude. Ashley Lily Oriana, magna cum laude. Armando Marcelo Ramirez Hernandez. Jocelyn Zavala Perez. Tahira Contreras. Alicia Rose Labrec, magna cum laude. Noor Calbone, summa cum laude. Rubaya Sultana, cum laude. Morgan Alexandra Kurilek. Kimberly Callista Lee. Arlene Elizabeth Blackwell, cum laude. Danielle Ann Whitcomb. Jack Vincent Serra, summa cum laude. Nina Lee Musco. Amanda Joy Mitchell, cum laude. Grady Alexander Bolden. Samuel Thomas Balazic, magna cum laude. Shiana Lisa Rankin, cum laude. Caitlin Marie Burke, summa cum laude. Molly Maureen Richard, cum laude. Olivia Grace Anderson, magna cum laude, University Honors Scholar. David Ernest Porter. Lujin Wan, cum laude. Miriam Espino Cambron, cum laude. Zoe Rose Marianne. Deborah Siobhan Turner, cum laude. Jessica Rose Moyse. Jessica J. Martinez. Alejandra Perez Handler. Leslie Rubio. Phoebe Getz. Corina Alejandra Yanez, magna cum laude. Allison Sarah Reagan, summa cum laude. Amber Elise McCoyick, summa cum laude. Jessica Michelle Elliott, cum laude. Megan Wilcox, cum laude. Jordan Beth Chach. Amy Elizabeth Marvin. Sydney M. Herrick, cum laude. Zachary Cutler, cum laude. Lara Keskin. Emma Victoria Garrett. Jeffrey Steve Delgado. Andrea Lizeth Jimenez, cum laude.
Cameron Robert Saracena.
Just a little louder.
Okay. Kayla Spooner, summa cum laude. Iverdialis Tirado, cum laude. Clivea Baker. Megan Colleen Williams, cum laude. Vic Marie Loisette Delgado. Christopher Cassius. Kayleen Gianna Deegan, magna cum laude. Lenora Alicia, cum laude. Summer Rain Bachelor, cum laude. Geraldine Rodriguez. Laura Hafner, summa cum laude. Benjamin Clawitter. Benjamin Clark Stonefield, cum laude. Josh Sobchak. Paul Joseph Bacon, Jr. Emily Mari Constantino, magna cum laude. Haley Noel Jacobs. Camden Olivia Maroney. Caitlin Marie R. Graves. Kiara Lynn Boschman. Riley Vadney, cum laude. Javier Antonio Rodriguez Roman, cum laude. Haley Elizabeth King, magna cum laude. Stephen William Jacobson, summa cum laude. Michael Vincent Bartelli, cum laude. Abigail Cerudo, summa cum laude. Selena Marie Vasquez. Brittany Acevedo Corona, summa cum laude. Victoria Breyer, cum laude. Brianna Barr, magna cum laude. Lorenzo Hotchkiss. Omar Antonio Nahara Escobar. Leanne Camacho Rosado, cum laude. Kelsey McAllister, summa cum laude. Eliza Gabrielle Wilson, magna cum laude, University Honors Scholar. Samantha Francesca Grande, magna cum laude, Grandi. Alyssa Beth Rathbun, magna cum laude. Amelia Vanez, cum laude. Sydney Lauren Espinoza. Hannah Rose St. Jean, cum laude. Mackenzie M. Worley, magna cum laude. Hannah Marie Prada, magna cum laude. Nobel Tran. Thomas Plitzas, cum laude. Keeling Millie Chu. Madison Alexis Lemire. Leonardo Garcia Moreno. Juliana L. Perez. Gregorio Rivera. Michaela Bathsheba Keller, cum laude. Kyle Stephen Gray. Cadian Alexander Rosa. Justin Ramirez.
Yeah, Justin! I know him!
Kendall Garvey.
Attaboy, Kendall.
Kevin DeLorge, Jr. Andrew Thomas Cyphers. Jacob Robert Pashotti, magna cum laude. Hunter Marie Ducis, cum laude. Caitlin Kirsty Ferreira. Benjamin Speranza. Carter Matthew Wallace. Victoria Dennis. Heather Lynn Smith, magna cum laude. Molly Shea Seifert. Skyla Marie Sarah. Julia Louise Calusin. Kayla McCallick. Caitlin Ann Rivers. Sorry. Lindsay Alyssa Dorr, magna cum laude. Jenna Donna Petiti, magna cum laude. Roger Stephen Jurgen. Isaiah Alexander Davis. Daniel Michael Flynn Shaler.
Wade David Grillo. Diana Isabella Winnock. Lauren White. Rachel Victoria Bobadilla, magna cum laude. Alan Frederick Horn IV, summa cum laude, University Honors Scholar. James Andrew Hemion, magna cum laude. Kaylin Ray Colby. Montserrat Amiva Ramos, cum laude. Brandon Arizaga. That's it. Malik Mims. Jason Patrick Dossman. Danielle Jose Silva. Shaylin Angelica Cruz. Chastity Eubanks Perry. Shamia Greer. Sergio Gustavo Irita Rios, Jr., Dean's Distinction. Monica Lori Bartlett. Kayla Georgina McLean. Marcel Beatriz Evans. Mas Mustafa Mbub. Thank you. David Joseph Zakas, Jr. Ashley Caitlin Glowden, cum laude. Jeb Campbell Weaver. Heather Ann Smith, summa cum laude. Bailey Morgan Tracy, summa cum laude. Annalise Eva Coonley. Allison Audrey Trombley, magna cum laude. Andrew T. Ellison. Sarah Alyssa Nagel. Olivia Grace Sidman, summa cum laude. Stephanie Ann Chrysler, magna cum laude. Allie M. Geilich, magna cum laude. Julia Giacallo. Anastasia Schneiken, magna cum laude. Jose Antonio Cantoro Carpio. Jenna Ann Gallison. Brett Everett Harrell, magna cum laude. Alyssa Marie Martin. Margarita Martins Carrito. Taylor Jacqueline Perea Val, cum laude. Jillian Amy Knowlton, cum laude. Aiden Jeffrey Goodwin. Tara Han Nguyen, summa cum laude, University Honors Scholar. Jessica Monet Wright, magna cum laude. Bradley William Pinkover, cum laude. Quinn Vilas, summa cum laude. Nathan Michael Blitz. Madison Ann Wickham, cum laude. Joel Malak. Liam Alexander Stolpe, magna cum laude, University Honors Scholar. Alexa Maureen O'Sullivan, summa cum laude. Hannah Faith Bowen, magna cum laude. Felicia Michelle Layfold. Lauren Elise Bresson. Jenna Chernick. Kendra Elena Flanagan. Taylor Diane DeJulia. Marie Jeanette Santiago. Fletcher Norman Wilmot. Peter Virgilio Cardona. Michelle Mei Sang Hung. Shannon Marie Carey. Catherine Ann Kelly. Nicholas Balin, magna cum laude. Kevin LaFrance, summa cum laude. Nicole Rose Movero, cum laude. Kirsten Olivia Rasmussen, magna cum laude. Emily Rose Rainville. Wesley Willoughby. Tommaso Anthony Rotello, magna cum laude. Lyle Alton Smith Jr., magna cum laude. Caitlin Elizabeth Scalia, magna cum laude. Jamie Edwards. Mason Morgan Mullern, cum laude. Gabriella Jean Cassone. Bianca Lynn Hanania. Claudia A. Daly.
Congratulations, class of 2021.
As we near the end of these commencement exercises, I would like to introduce Mr. Justin Murphy, class of 1998, president of the ECSU Foundation Board of Directors, who will welcome the graduates.
Good afternoon. As a proud graduate of Eastern Connecticut State University, it is my distinct honor to welcome you to the ranks of Eastern alumni. Congratulations. It's hard for me to believe that it has been 22 years since I sat in this very field for my graduation from Eastern. Time seems to pass more quickly as I get older, and as I look back over these past 22 years, I'd like to offer you 3 pieces of simple advice. First off, be open-minded about your future. I did not know what was next for me when I graduated from Eastern, and it took me several years, putting it mildly, and exploring a handful of career paths before I made the decision to attend law school. And ultimately, I'm grateful for the fact that I didn't settle and remained open-minded to other possibilities that have led me here today. Second, keep in touch with your friends and classmates from Eastern. To this day, my closest friends are my roommates from back in high rise. Although we all have families now and can only get together a few times a year, their friendships are still one of the greatest outcomes from my time here at Eastern. And lastly, I would encourage you to stay connected to Eastern. As a member of Eastern's alumni, you are one of over 30,000 individuals, and each of you can play a role in supporting Eastern. That can be as simple as returning to campus to support Eastern's athletic, academic, or arts programs, or putting together a foursome and attending the annual ECSU Foundation Golf Tournament. Additionally, helping to provide internships or returning to campus to share your experiences and advice with current students are also tremendously important ways that you can support Eastern. And finally, if you're able to do so, charitable giving is another way to support future Eastern students and allows the ECSU Foundation to provide scholarships to students who otherwise might not be able to attend Eastern. For those of you that have already started giving back through Eastern's High Five program, thank you, and please continue to do so. But at a minimum, I hope you stay in touch and let Alumni Services know about all of your future successes. Congratulations and be well.
Will you all please rise as Father Lawrence Lapointe pronounces the benediction to the graduates?
I'm still trying to figure out how you got so far with your head down and your chin up. We represent many different religious and philosophical traditions, and so I would ask you to join me in a spirit of reflection regardless of your background. Today, even in the midst of challenge and uncertainty, the days of your academic life at Eastern Connecticut State University draw to a close, and a broader, if unknown, life opens before you. For the love you have known, for the opportunities which have been provided, for the friendships which have been formed, and for the hopes that have been born in you during these years, we give thanks. For every prompting of conscience and for every vision of the truth which has been revealed to you and in you, we give thanks. Take from this time not virtual blessings, but the true blessings of friendships formed, of wisdom gained, of knowledge acquired, of compassion both learned and known. Go forward into this emerging world, confident of the love and blessings of your family, of your friends, of this academic community, and with the blessings of God, however you understand that, the sustainer. May God bless you and keep you. May God's face shine upon you, and may God be gracious to you. May God grant you peace, shalom, salam, at the end of this day, at the end of each day, and at the end of all your days. Amen.
Thank you, Father Lapointe. Please remain standing as the Governor's foot guard returns. As we come to the end of these proceedings, for everyone's safety, I ask you that you remain at your seat until the recessional is completed and all the graduates have processed out. And now, I declare this 131st commencement concluded.
Woo!